Here he is, Mr. Olympia 2018, Sawn Roden. Turn this way, my friend. Turn around. Turn around. We got the camera here. Here he is. He beat 7-time Mr. Olympia Phil Heath tonight. Sawn Roden, congratulations.
Thank you.
Sean, you had a huge team of guys helping you in this victory. Chris Aceto, Chris Lewis, Psycho Lewis. It's not a one-man show. You were very confident at the press conference, and it really impressed me. I said, I think Sean's got this year. Why were you so confident this year? Was it the way you looked or the way you mentally felt?
I think, this year everything was aligned mentally. There's a lot more focus. Got a great support cast that kept me on my toes all along. I had a great family support. Of course, I have, the technician. I've always said, hey, if you're working with Chris, you're not listening to Chris, you're an idiot. Like, it's just unbelievable. I see what Chris did, taking me from 11 to 3rd at the Olympia. And, this year was, I don't know what it was, I guess after my bleeding ulcer, Chris just said to me, hey, Sean, just send me pictures every day.
And you didn't know you had the bleeding ulcer, so this could have been affecting you last year.
Exactly, so I saw what was going on during my prep for the Arnold and how my body was just responding. And, when Chris came out to look at me for a day and was like, you look phenomenal, there's just something different about, what we were doing. And, I think this year, my training partner, Stan, was getting ready for the Olympia also. And then I have Psycho Fitness that just beat the crap out of me day in and day out. And
what's amazing, though, Sean, is, and I got to say this, and this is not an insult, this is actually a compliment to you. You're not 20, you're not 30.
Oh, I know.
People talk about Dexter being, the most amazing, older guy. I mean, you're in your 40s. I mean, you proved to the world that age is just a number, because you won the Mr. Olympia at 43 years of age.
Oh, yeah, I think that's just a bunch of numbers put together for lazy people, and that's something that people use as an excuse for not trying to accomplish what they need to accomplish, especially in the bodybuilding world and sport in general. Listen, this was not easy by a long shot. I got my ass kicked every day in the gym. I've done cardios up and cardios and posing up and posing. I've looked at more fish than I've ever looked at fish. Just this past couple of days, I've had more cream of rice than I've ever had in my entire life. But with that being said, when you trust your supporting cast, and I've always said this, I would trust Chris Aceto like nobody else in this business. And Chris has never steered me wrong, so.
Phil Heath said to you at the press conference that you're going to be Ihor looking at me holding the Sandow once again. Was this great vindication for you to win this title just for that comment alone?
To be honest, I stopped listening. This is no knock against Phil. I stopped listening to Phil a long time ago. I think back in 2012, he trashed me in social media for 2 years, and I've yet to respond.
You think it was because he felt that you would hit one of his major threats?
Whatever it is, I just told myself I'm not going to sink to his level, and I don't need to pump myself up in order to get on stage. I just need, as Chris said to me, we just need to bring the best ever Sawn Roden. Let's show them something that yet to be seen.
Now, here's the question now. Now you're Mr. Olympia. A lot of people feel you're a great ambassador to the sport. They feel that you're a great spokesperson for the sport. They think you're going to be good for the sport. What, as Mr. Olympia, do you feel that you can do to help promote the sport? I feel like this is like a Miss America question. To promote the sport around the world and make it more popular, and to have people say, you know what, I want to be a bodybuilder.
You know what it is, and I've voiced my opinion quite a lot lately, where I just feel as if Mr. Olympia should be able to leave the state that he lives in. Mr. Olympia should be able to be at more amateur Olympia, so people that are inspired to be like us can say, wow, I met Mr. Olympia. If nobody
traveling?
If nobody knows who you are as Mr. Olympia, you're just a guy collecting trophies. And I think that's been missing from the sport because, listen, you could tell sometimes you look in the stand and we don't have the same fan participation because people are like, well, you know, whatever. I just feel as if the guidance at the top should lead by example, and you need to be seen.
You're right. Can Phil Heath, obviously Phil Heath's going to probably come back next year and try to win this title back. Now that you've put him in your rearview mirror and you've won the Mr. Olympia title, will Phil Heath ever beat you again?
Never again.
You heard it. Mr. Olympia 2018, Sawn Roden. Congratulations, my friend. We love you. Let's hear it for Mr. Olympia.